Good Friday morning, everybody. Hope you all are enjoying this end to the work week. We made it through, and we are kicking off this day with beautiful conditions yet again. That's 3 days in a row. Honestly, I'm telling you, I've said it before a couple times this morning. It feels like we won the jackpot, but definitely none of us won the Powerball. So maybe we'll have better opportunities next time. But let's savor these wonderful and pleasant conditions. Right now, Amarillo is sitting at 63 degrees right now. Our dew point sitting at 53, and the winds seem to be fairly calm right now, which is all good news. Taking a look at our temperatures around the board: 60 in Clovis, 61 in Dalhart, 60 in Canadian, and 66 for Childress at this hour. Taking a look at our forecast this morning, we're expecting those cooler conditions as you head out the door, so you might want to pack a light sweater before you leave your home. We'll warm up nicely later this afternoon into the upper 80s across the board, so just slightly above average expected for us here, but many of us near average or so. It's going to be a beautiful day as we kick off the Tri State Fair. Many activities and programs going on throughout today, and even it's Friday, so football is going on at some of our high schools as well. So it's going to be a pleasant evening as well. But the good fortune ends as soon as we hit Saturday in the morning. We could deal with some showers, but I'll have more on the exact timing coming up in just a little bit. But we do have a severe component with some of these storms. We do have a marginal risk that's been issued. That's level 1 out of 5 for severe storm development. That's going to include quarter-sized hail, winds up to 60 miles an hour, and flooding is going to be possible. But let's time all this out because as we go through much of today, it's going to remain quiet. It's going to remain warm. It's a beautiful day overall. No harm, no foul. We go into Saturday morning. That's when we could see cloud cover begin to filter in and can't rule out the possibility of a spot shower. But throughout the day, we could have periods of heavy downpours or rain off and on. It's not going to be an ideal day. It's just going to have a lot of instability with it and unpredictability. It's going to be a rough day, especially if you're trying to plan any outdoor activities, gardening, or any errands that you have to get done. Now, as we head into Saturday at 6 p.m., what you'll notice is we could have a weak batch of rain trying to get through our eastern counties, but then you can see those bright reds and yellows firing up over portions of eastern New Mexico, coming off of the San de Cristo Mountains and making their way across the area. I'm going to pause it around 11 o'clock. That's when that heavy batch of rain can make it through places like Amarillo, but the heaviest rain looks to be over portions of Quay County, Roosevelt County, and even some of our southwestern counties there in the Panhandle. But then that rain overspreads itself. But the farther east you go, the weaker those storms will become, and the lower your chances for some of the heaviest and most intense rainfall and the severe component with some of these storms as well. Taking a look at Sunday morning, we could be dealing with some showery conditions in select locations, but we are dealing with the cloud cover. We get to Sunday afternoon, we could still be dealing with some cloud cover. We try to shake the clouds a bit. That'll make the way for some sunshine, but will remain cooler both Saturday and Sunday. In terms of rainfall, we could pick up anywhere between a quarter of an inch up to an inch, inch and a half of rain. But what I'm concerned about is going to be the flooding component associated with that, because while the model may not be exactly picking up on it in terms of our rainfall, we could have rainfall rates of anywhere between 1 to 3 inches an hour. So what does that mean? I mean, if you have a storm that sits over a select area for, 30 minutes to an hour, you're already talking about an inch of rain. That's a short amount of rain. That's a large amount of rain in a short amount of time. And again, that can cause some concerns for flooding. And we've already had so much rain recently that the ground just isn't really in need of the rain at this point in time. But taking a look at that flooding concern, we do have an increased risk area shaded in yellow. That's going to be a good chunk of our area, a good 2/3, at least the further west you are, you have an increased probability of seeing some of those intense rainfall rates. But let's focus on today for right now. We have temperatures expected to reach the mid upper 80s and the lower 90s across the area. It's still warm, although slightly cooler than yesterday. Sunny and clear skies to be expected. Tonight, cooling down into the 60s. Cool and quiet conditions expected, although clouds will start trying to roll in during the early morning hours. Taking a look at our weekend, it's looking pleasant out there overall. Unpleasant. We can experience morning showers on Saturday with those PM storms rolling through, again, some of which could be severe. Cooling down, though, keeping us just slightly below average. We haven't been below average in a little bit now, which is a nice change of pace compared to the dreary and damp conditions we dealt with last week. And then hopefully clearing out by Sunday afternoon. Now, taking a look at our next weather maker, we'll have that trough bringing increased grain conditions And then as we go throughout next week, what will happen is we'll have that high pressure trying to situate itself, but then we'll have a new disturbance diving into portions of the plains, and that could give us the opportunity for additional rainfall and more cooler conditions. Yes, I know. We're starting to get to that time of year where we're getting the clash of the air masses. We're starting to get some cooler air pushing in from the north, and that's going to cause more frequent severe weather events like we've been seeing the last couple of weeks, as well as those cooler conditions or cooling conditions that we're going through right now. Take a look at our 7-day tracker. We have another mild day today, warm, sunny, pleasant. Soak in the sun if you can, because as we head into Saturday and Sunday, the sun may be a hard get. So definitely something to consider cooling down of Saturday, Sunday. Although we hover just shy of average, it's just cooler than what we've been dealing with. And then as we head into next week, while the chances for rain right now sit at 10%, wouldn't be surprised if that fluctuates in either direction just because of the uncertainty about what lies ahead. But right now we are looking about average or just slightly cooler as we head into next week. So I hope you all enjoy yourselves, enjoy this pleasant weather for today. Keep in mind, again, we do have the possibility of severe storms for tomorrow. So if you are trying to plan any plans, make sure that you are keeping two ways of getting notifications, especially as we head into those overnight hours in case we have any flash flooding events that do occur. I will be here tomorrow to keep you guys all up to date on that weather concern. But other than that, you guys all stay safe and enjoy the weather.